Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the most honest and boring live trading show on YouTube. My name is Mo. Mo G is my Discord name. We're here today. We're gonna see what happens in the New York session. Um, I just uploaded my recap video for yesterday, so you can check that out on my channel, Trade, Travel, and Thrive. Um, as always, if you want live signals, you can always check out the TWA Discord. We have amazing lead traders there who are very knowledgeable, very good at what they do, understand all these tools, and can help you in your journey. So you can check it out if you want. Here on this channel, you're basically watching my process. I don't give signals because I believe trading is, you have to find your groove in trading. Like it's like tennis. Like you can't, you can teach people the generic moves, but you got to put your little special spin on everything. So what I could teach the best here or show the best is my process, how I actually do it. And if you like the way I trade, that's great. And even if you watch the channel just to see an approach, um, my goal is not to chase trades. My goal is never to chase trades. My goal is to read my chart, find the probability, find the direction, and then take the trade if I see it. Sometimes I miss it, sometimes I get it, but it is what it is. So right now, what time is it? It's 9:26. So just 4 minutes before open, we have bullish statement on the bottom, bearish statement on top, price actions, retracement bearish, and TPOs were green and are now gray. So just wait for the open. Wait for the open. Let's wait for the open. Let's see what happens between 5 to 10 minutes after the open. See if we can find a nice direction and if there's any trade opportunities. And as I recap the week, I realized my red day, which was Wednesday, it should have been a no trade day if I followed my rules. Now that I think back, I had time to process. That day should have been a no trade day. However, sometimes, yeah, does it ever happen to anybody where like you're doing things outside of trading? Like, let's say you're getting ready for a new job, or you have a family, or you're moving, or whatever may be going on, and that kind of clouds like how you see the charts, because this is definitely a mental game, this trading. And if mentally you're not sharp at that day, it's best just not to trade. That's my personal reflection on how this week went. Let's see, make sure my DOM is up and running. Yeah. Okay, that's up and running. This is up and running. Is this the dashboard? Okay. Let's go to here. This I can X out now. Okay, let's see what we got going on today. We have 2 minutes to open. X that out and keep this up. Let's see if I can optimize that. Okay. Got 2 minutes till open. Oh, I don't want to get flagged. So we got 2 minutes till the open. Let's see what the market wants to show us. Okay, so we got that. Do a little analysis while I wait. Okay, ooh, we are looking very bullish so far. Okay, all right. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at the monthly candles, and we finally broke out of July's, and now we're going after August. Now the key would be, will it from here, from the beginning of this New York session, will it push from here or will it draw, you know, draw down before trying to make that push up? And we are open. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, and that's a spike up. That's similar to what it did yesterday. Right now, so let's looking at the top three. We have bearish, bullish, and gray. So it just opened. So just, be wary of that. Like, make sure you got the right thing there. Make sure this is right before we do that. Yes. Okay. Good. Bring this down. All right. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice for the bulls today. See if it wants to. That was a 20-point spike. No rush. No rush to jump in anything because session control as of this second is bearish, bullish, gray. So right now it's just wait. Let's wait for some clarity. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even like looking at the charts for the first 5 or 10 minutes, because it's kind of pointless. There's every once in a while that it'll be a cool signal and you can catch it from the open. Oh, but I'd rather be doing so. If you see me looking at my phone or if you see me looking at some other screens, it's because I don't want to look at the chart. It's plain and simple. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I learned something about myself that if I look at the charts too long, I get anxious and then I make mistakes. So the less I look at the chart, the actually better I do. I'm looking forward. I like football, so I'm looking forward to football Sunday. See if my Jets can upset the Bills this Sunday. It's a tall task, but let's see. 32, okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see. All right, what's happening? What's happening? Nothing. That's good. I like when nothing happens. What do I mean when nothing's happening? It's because it's one of my teachers said, like, the opening is meant to like almost like to be like a distraction. So if you understand that, you know, then you just wait it out. This is why I really like using some tools that can help. The tools are good and they help if you're in the right headspace to actually follow them. So like the tools will always be the same. They'll say this, it'll this, that, the other, whatever. But if you're not seeing it correctly because of whatever, it don't matter what tool you get. Okay, let's see. Are we 5 minutes in yet? Okay, we are 5 minutes in. Let's see if anything changed. No change. So the next check-in will be in another 5 minutes. Where's my drink? There it is. Okay. Okay, so on a 3 minute chart, we have a Gabby button. On a 1 minute, it came earlier. On this one, you can see there the purple, like this one. Okay. See, it's starting to push. Uh-oh. There you have a change. See that yellow bar right there? That means right now, until that yellow bar leaves, there's no trades. Why is that? Because you have mix of signals. You have bearish, bullish, chop, indecision, right? So when I have that on my chart, there's no point of having my DOM open right now. And then we're gonna get sell signals, price is gonna drop, it's gonna, and that's great. And if you trade that, that's awesome. I know for me, in my process, it's just a no-go. Doesn't mean I can't get lucky and like, catch it at the right time. But why put my capital at risk? So, guess what? I'm gonna do some emails. Do some emailing while I wait for the charts to clear up. By the way, I have to say, like, 10:15 is my cutoff time if this still stays yellow. I did not do that on Wednesday, and I paid for it dearly. Luckily, I had such a good day yesterday that it's not a huge, you know, I'm down for the week. And listen, I'm down by like $90. That's one trade, and it's right back. But I'm not looking at it as, oh, I gotta get it all back. I'm looking at it as like, how good do I follow my process? All right, well, let's get some emails going. Let's get some emails going. I think I used that one. Here, price is pushing down. Okay, let's see. All right, yellow TPOs. Price is doing what the dashboard is saying, but there's no trade. No trade. All right, we got yellow TPOs. We have mix. Time is now 9:40, 10 minutes. Nothing to do. Nothing to do on the charts. So this is why I say sometimes this will be the most boring live trading show on YouTube, Twitter. I'm gonna go get on Twitch soon. It's gonna be real life, real, like you're getting an inside look of how I trade. I'm just looking at it. Ooh, we got a sell on the 3-minute. So even though with the TPO yellow, I would not enter, but I can see that this is going to be telling to see if price is going to continue to push down and then start its where is it? Hold on. Let me just check something. Let's see what is on this. The 5, okay. Let's see. I can't see that. Hold on a second. There it is. Okay. Okay. Let's see what it could do here. See if anything changes. See if the TPOs turn off. Now, some more aggressive traders would probably be looking for a long right now, which is fine. I am not, based on what I see in my chart. So, since I'm probably not trading right now, why come to this YouTube channel in the morning if you can go to the Discord? It's simple. If you want to see how I personally use these three indicators to help me with my decision making, meaning direction, probability, and to trade or not to trade on a particular day. So you can check this out like the first 15 to half hour of the market, and then check out the Discord for they have levels, um, they have signals, everything else. More explanation on indicators right in this Discord. And it's live too. So this I refuse to give signals on YouTube because there's a time delay between what I say and what happens and what's happening live on the chart. And I think it's like 4 or 5 seconds. So whomever you watch on when they're trading, never take their signals on YouTube because you'll be late every time. Let's see if the TPO. By the way, I have a little bit of a, for those of you who do have indicator access, there's a little bit of a cheat code on TPO. Put it on the 3 minute. And what you'll notice is you'll see it shift there first before the lower time frames, which is a nice little nugget. And it's doing that because it takes a full 3 minutes for it to close. So when you see it start, it starts to flicker and stuff, you kind of say, "Oh, okay." That gives me a little heads up. So even on the 3 minute, when some of the signals fail, it's powerful. This is very similar to how it was yesterday. Let's see if it'll do the same thing. Because it shot up in the right at open, then it came all the way back down, got some liquidity, and now it's pushing back up like in a V. Okay, this might be a long here. I really want this to turn off. Come on, turn off. Not yet. It's not time yet. Okay. Not time yet. Shot right back just like yesterday. Yep. I'm keeping my eye on that 3 minute uh, uh, chart. This is the 1 minute you're seeing here. This is the trigger chart. Keeping my eye on my analysis 3 minute, which is on another screen. Let's see if it's, I think the TPOs are close to turning off. Let's see about the next 4 seconds. They should be off. Yep. Okay. Now I would like to see the session control. Let's see if it's going to match or if it's going to stay. I can tell you right now, if it's pushing down, the yellow TPOs are coming back. So this is why I like having, and then by the way, big thank you to Urshad for introducing me to the 3 minute chart. And I've been watching it for about 3 months now. And that is another chart that's helped me in my process because you see a lot of different signals when it's lower time frame, right? But on the 3 minute, it's, to me, it's a little smoother, and I've noticed little nuances that happen. Okay, now watch this. You see how on the top of the screen they're gray. In about, if price continues to push in this direction and stay here, you're going to see them pop back to yellow in 2 minutes. If it pushes higher than 24.30, they're gonna stay gray. I'm doing some forward testing now. What is that sound? Oh, it's this. What missing step? See, back to yellow. Back to yellow. Session control has not changed yet, so we're still mixed. There's still no trade. 950, still no trade area. All right, so now it's 9:52. Let's wait for the new 4 hour, which will be around 10 o'clock, to see if anything changes. Now, just because I stopped trading at around like 10:15 doesn't mean later in the day it won't, like, things will start matching and stuff later in the day. Um, Keep in mind, you have to understand why I trade, right? I trade for what you see above me, right? I trade to get funds because I like to travel and to put into a long-term portfolio. Okay. If I can't hit my target by the time I allotted myself to trade, it's okay. I'll move on to the next day. Um, and this allows me do to work and everything else, in addition to trade. Yeah. See, because right now, like, see, like, here's a perfect example. Right now, there's, from what I'm seeing on the chart, there's no reason for me to trade anything. So I'm doing something else on the other screen while I look at, see if this junk starts to change. And once it does, I have my alerts set for the TPO, if it changes or not. And then I look at everything else. If it's still not the way I like it, I'm not trading it. Okay, what? Later. Nothing to do here, nothing to do here, nothing there. Okay, here we go. Here comes the bulls. There we go. Let's see if anything starts to change. Here it comes. I'm still waiting till 10. Why am I waiting for 10? Oh, thank you, Asha. So there's news at 10. Okay. Now that's a game changer. I, I, let me just check to see what kind of news we have. 10. Okay. Ooh, okay. Amazon and Google probe by FTC over search advertising practice. They see scrutinize with Amazon, Google misadvertised. Okay. And what do we got today at 10? All right, so we have the Michigan University sentiment preliminary. Okay, so now one thing you need to be aware of this. If there's news coming, the top dashboard can flip in like seconds. So that means to me, I have to let the dust settle and then uh, reevaluate. Because for example, you could be in a position, right, saying, "Oh, everything matched up. Okay, I'm taking the position." News comes, it can spike, take you out, and then if your dom, if there's slippage, that's where people, I've seen and an experience where you can get wrecked. So keep that in mind. Now, unless you happen to get the slippage in the way of that you're trading, you know, congrats. But take a picture of this and send to them. Screenshot. All right, how much time? We got 1 minute. Okay, let's see what this news does. Here. All right, here we go. Back to yellow. Told you. Look at how far. Wow, look at that. Like it spiked down from what? How many points is that? Let's say from the top here, 48, all the way down to the daily open 18. 40 points. 40-point wick. This is what I mean. Like you, when news comes out, okay, we got new 4 hour. We had a nice dump in price. Let's see if anything wants to click off. Right now, TPOs are yellow. So I need that one. I want actually the whole thing. They need the time. Still yellow. Okay, you sent that over. And change it. No, I just want you to know, like, you see what I'm saying here? Like, I'm not saying the long is a bad play. I'm saying for my process and the way I trade and how I set up my brackets, I don't want that stress. Like, look at this. Like, if I would have let's play this out, right? Let's play this out. So long position, right? Let's say it would have followed this signal here, right? And it would have shot up, I would say 23 points, right? And at 23 points, I would have put my stop at break even, and it would have taken me out. You know? So if I just took signals left and right without sticking to my process, my trade count would go up. Therefore, my risk would go up, and the likelihood, the probability of losing goes up. Let's see. Did you? Yes. All right, so I got 10 more minutes left on my day. If this doesn't change in 10 minutes, I'm locking out all the accounts and I'm gonna go on and do something else for the rest of the day. Send it through the chat. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, that's 100% a shot. Like, sometimes just not trading is the best. Why is it the best? Because it's once you've learned that this is a return on investment game, not a consistent weekly job, that changes, that changed for me. Um, that changed for me, right? So here's an example. There's a cost to get into these prop funded accounts, right? Now, that cost is a certain amount. When you trade, the goal is let's get to payout one, right? Because you want to get paid for your work, for everything you're doing on the charts and everything, right? When you get to payout one, what was your ROI from your initial investment? This is why the resets are a money it's a money pit. Don't try not to reset if you can. It's hard because when you're first doing it, it's almost like a casino game. But then eventually you learn to, like, okay, let me just chill, right? When you get your first payout, what was your ROI? Was it, you know, two times? Was it three times? 10 times? Whatever it may be. And once you do that, you're looking for. It's almost like you're resetting. Like you could reset it in your mind. Okay, what's my ROI now? I'm gonna put in another blank amount. How much return can I get this time? Because when you trade that way, instead of trying to trade, for me, this is just my personal experience. Instead of for me trying to trade to get a certain amount per week, for me that turns into over trading, trading on days where I don't need to trade, and feeling bad when I don't trade on those days. Because I mean, I remember in what was it in August, my average trading days, like yeah, the days I traded was two or three for a week, because the other couple days were just garbage. Yeah, I just didn't want, like today. Like there's no need to put myself through stress, because the 3 days that I did trade were smoother, and I was able to hold trades for longer, which increase, the amount that you can possibly get. So that's the biggest lesson I learned. Once I felt that and I learned that, I'm like, all right, what do my rules say right now? Let's recap. Bearish, bullish, yellow, no trade. Done. Don't have to think about it. I don't care. Listen, this thing can go to the moon, but if that stays yellow, I don't give a crap. Because another day will have it, like yesterday, by the way. Another day will have it, and I will be able to hold it for longer, and I can make what I can profit in one day what used to take me 2 weeks. Just because I'm more disciplined around how much risk I'm putting my capital. Now, let me see, how can I do this? I think it's here. Okay. Cloud. Okay. All right, let me try this again. See if this works. There we go. Let's see how much time I have left. All right, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. We have 1 minute left before I lock everything out. 1 minute left. Over here. Over here. How am I gonna download? Okay. Okay. All right. So now that I'm back, guess what? I gave it another 2 minutes. It's lockout time. So I'm going to my dashboard, lockout for the day. Thank you very much. Goodbye. It's been a pleasure. Take this one, lockout for the day. Thank you so much. Been a pleasure. And that's it. That's it. It could do whatever it wants right now because it's 10:15. It's been a morning of really nothing. So no need to stress. This was a beautiful day. Follow the process. If I would have done this on Wednesday, it would have been even better. But guess what? You live and you learn. I am going to now enjoy my weekend, stress free. Let the charts do what it may. I'll be back on Monday. I'll be back live on Monday, and I'll give a recap later in the weekend of today. So thank you so much for joining the live, and everyone enjoy your weekend. And remember, as always, discipline pays. Take care. Bye bye.